All right, let's try something kind of wild. We're going to condense about 4 years of therapy down into just 5 minutes. Seriously, we're going to explore the biggest, most game-changing insights that can totally reshape how you see yourself and the world. So let's jump right in with the big one, the idea that everything else is built on.
This right here, this is the core concept. And I really want you to let that sink in. It's not just some nice, fluffy quote. Think of it as the actual operating system for your brain. You know those stories you tell yourself? The thoughts you just play on a loop? Yeah, those aren't just harmless background noise. They are literally the architects of your life, building your entire reality one single thought at a time.
Okay, let's start right there with that foundation, your thoughts. Because really, what you choose to focus on, what you allow to take up space in your mind, well, that directly creates the world you actually experience.
I love this analogy. Think of your mind like a garden, right? You can't just plant seeds of negativity, of self-doubt, of endless doom scrolling on your phone, and then act all surprised when the only things that grow are weeds of anxiety and unhappiness. It's a simple input-output system. It really is. What you feed your mind is what you're going to feel.
Okay, so let's say you start cleaning up your mental diet. What about all those emotions that still pop up? You know, most of us, we treat them like problems that need to be stamped out. But what if they're not problems at all? What if they're actually guides trying to tell us something super important?
This is the big reframe. An emotion is a signal. It's not a problem. Think of it like a notification from your subconscious, just letting you know something's going on. The goal is not to silence your emotions. Nope. The goal is to learn how to actually listen to what they're trying to tell you.
Okay, let's take fear, for example. We think of it as just this awful feeling, right? But what if it's more like a spotlight? It's literally pointing directly at an area where you feel limited, a place where you've drawn a line around your own capabilities. And if you see it that way, well, then it's actually an invitation to go check out that boundary, to understand it, and maybe to grow right past it.
And anger? Man, anger is probably one of the most misunderstood emotions out there. It's not just being mad. It's your personal alarm system. That flash of heat you feel, that's a super clear, super powerful signal that one of your boundaries just got crossed. It's telling you exactly where you need to firm things up and stand up for yourself.
And check this out. Look how this all connects to time. Anxiety. What is it really? It's that feeling you get when your mind is trying to live in 1,000 different possible futures all at once, Trying to solve problems that haven't even happened yet. It's just a clear signal that you've lost your anchor to the here and now.
And then, on the flip side, you have depression. So often, that's a signal that you're trapped in the past, stuck spinning on regrets, on losses, on these old stories you just can't change. See how that works? Both of these feelings are like this heavy pull, just reminding you, hey, come back. Come back to the only place life is actually happening, which is right now.
Okay, so you're starting to listen to your emotions. You're getting the signals. Now what? What do you actually do with that information? Well, this is where action comes in. But there's a huge trap here that so many of us fall into, and that's trying to rely on motivation. We've got to build a much more reliable engine for real change.
So let's just put these two side by side. Motivation? That's an emotion. It's a fleeting feeling. It comes, it goes. You just can't depend on it. But habits? Habits are different. That's a deliberate system that you build. Habits are consistent. They're reliable. They work whether you feel like it or not. Let me just say it plainly. Motivation isn't going to change your life. Building the right habits, that shifts everything.
And the really cool part is, as you start to build these new habits, something pretty amazing starts to happen. You actually gain the power to reframe your past and get a handle on your reactions in the present. It's like you're taking the pen back and consciously deciding to write your own story.
And man, this is such a critical reframe. Your past is just a source of data. It's full of lessons, a lot of them learned the hard way, right? Think of it like a library. You can go visit it, check out a book, and gain some wisdom. But it is not a house you have to live in forever. Learn the lesson, close the chapter, and get back to writing the rest of your story.
So what about when the past kind of bleeds into the present, when you get triggered? The first impulse is always to blame the other person, right? You made me feel this way. But that reaction, it's actually a mirror. It's pointing right back at you, showing you something inside that's still unhealed and is asking for your attention. It's a huge opportunity for healing, not just another excuse for a fight.
All right, all of this, it's all leading up to the absolute climax of this whole framework. We've talked about understanding our thoughts, listening to our emotions, building our habits, and now we get to the one thing we can truly rely on.
You know, we waste so much time and energy trying to control everything around us. Other people, what happens next, the future. But honestly, it's all an illusion. The simple truth is, there is only one single thing you ever truly have power over.
And that one thing is you and your choices. That's it. In the middle of any storm, no matter how crazy things get, the one power that can never ever be taken from you is your power to choose how you respond, to choose your attitude, to choose what you do next. Everything else, it's outside your control. And that is the absolute core of your strength.
So let's just wrap this all up. Here's the simple formula. Number 1, your thoughts shape your habits, because what you focus on, you create. Number 2, those habits build you, because you literally are what you repeatedly do. And finally, number 3, your choices define you. They're the ultimate expression of who you are.
And that brings us to one final, really powerful question. This isn't about yesterday, it's not about tomorrow, it's about right now. Knowing that every single choice you make is like another brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Who are you going to consciously, deliberately choose to be, starting this very moment? The power, as always, is entirely yours.